as their guys get set to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. This is Leonard Fournette, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Shotgun now for Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, this league with coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff. They have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Foles going to lead the Bears to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, trying to start it out with a bang, but it's 2nd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Foles. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Antonio Brown. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
39-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. On 1st down, Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
begin here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
We dominate today.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 21-yard line.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Nice gain there by the second-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s.
That is hauled in by Jimmy Graham. Touchdown Bears. Jimmy Graham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. And he knocks it through.
Next to score, Bears 7, Buccaneers 6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. A rare pick 6 thrown by Tom Brady. He'd thrown only 14 regular season pick 6s in his career coming into this season. A couple others in the playoffs, the one to Robert Alford in Super Bowl 51. And you might remember the Titans' Logan Ryan doing it late in the wild card round loss a season ago. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
And 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary in that last possession.
They'll break the huddle. Send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Brady now to throw. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. And they will score. Pick 6 for the Bears. Touchdown. Big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Bears 21, Buccaneers 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. The completion there by Brady with his new team, Tampa Bay. And who does he face on the other sideline in this one? Also on a different team. None other than his old Super Bowl nemesis, Nick Foles, now with Chicago. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
1st down, Tampa Bay.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Brady gives this one off to Jones. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down. Toss to Jones running left. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Second and 14. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Buccaneers 6.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Now Jones. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. On 2nd and 9, Foles. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
If Jason Pierre-Paul just manages to stay on the field and play 16 games, we could have double-digit sack numbers and then some, because over his first 2 seasons in Tampa Bay, 21 sacks, earned himself a new contract, but hasn't been fully healthy. If Jason Pierre-Paul is that guy, look out. We'll see more plays as we just saw there.
Over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
From the 38, Brady. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Gronkowski, that's caught. And he is going going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Brady to Gronk, a familiar ring to that one, and it's a Buccaneers first down. Brady to throw again. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. And even 50 yards.
4-yard line.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This Tampa Bay front was the toughest group to run the football against last year, and you can see why with plays like that. This is a good unit that got into the backfield and stopped that play before it could get started.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jason Pierre-Paul, his 2nd sack of the night. Not easy for Nick Foles and the Bears now. 3rd and long after the sack. Foles. Flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And this is off the left upright, and it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Brady under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. From the gun, it's Brady. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, as the 1st half is winding down, and the Bucs are within a 2-point conversion of tying us up. And this is now a 1-point game.
Makes the score Bears 21, Buccaneers 20. Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we've reached halftime in a wild 1st half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Highly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Foles. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He was held without a catch in the 1st half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. This is caught, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tavon Austin, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
He was brought down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They'll go with Jones. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball's moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's good concentration right there, and he did a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. And it certainly doesn't hurt that at 6'5", he's got a big wingspan that allows him to go up and complete that play.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Again, it's Jones. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, it's Jones. And a short gain here down to the 22. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. We've said it many times, Charles, when you have weapons like this at the wide receiver position, just get them the football any way that you can, and here it's in the run game. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll try again with Jones. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
Brought down back at the 4-yard line.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. From the gun, Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bucs are within a 2-point conversion of tying us up. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. He's at the 50, the 30, 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10 once again from the 28. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. 1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
And did he get in? Yes, they say. It's a touchdown. David Montgomery, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bears 37, Buccaneers 26.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. They will run it. It's Fournette. But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Signaled for and taken. The Bears take over 1st and 10.
line prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Now Montgomery. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
He's going to look deep down the field. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. 3rd and 10. Expect a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can chop one up.
Safety, Tom Brady taken down in the end zone. And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they give up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Foles on the give to Montgomery. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term, complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing. It puts them in that position.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to throw. He's got a man complete. Mike Evans, he's going to go. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. That's good for 28 yards.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Over the middle, he hits Austin. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation? And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw, Brady. And a catch right side by Evans. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Brady. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Bears, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss, and they'll have a